Hey, good morning, YouTube fans. It is Paul from Fat Guy Productions coming to you, as always, from beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. It is a hot morning already, and it's going to be even hotter here at the workbench. I am at the workbench again for more coin rings. Today, I'm going to take you through how I make a coin ring out of a challenge coin. These can be difficult. They can take some extra steps. There's things you should know about them, and so I thought you might enjoy going along as I make a coin ring out of challenge coin. So let's get right to it. As always, we begin by annealing, but not every challenge coin is made equally. Some are made out of real junk metal and are going to shatter no matter what you do. This will only work with good quality challenge coins. The problem with that is these coins are usually very big, very thick, very heavy, and made out of some very hard metals. So you're going to have to anneal the coin until it is hot, hot, hot. I'm not editing the time I keep the torch on this coin at all. I'm letting you see how long I put the heat on this sucker. It's even worse if the coin is coated with an epoxy or paint or something like that that you need to burn off. I'm trying to get this sucker really red hot. The upside here is it's really fun to quench these things. Alright, I'm still going to punch the hole with my Jason's Works punch, but I'm going to use the biggest punch I have, and even with my giant press, punching this coin is not an easy task. As you can see, there's going to be some force involved in getting this punch through. The forces that are applied to punch this coin can make it really hard to open Jason's Works punch. Sometimes I'll break out a strap wrench to help get the lid off. I'd already loosened it here. Trust me, it doesn't come out this easy. You are absolutely not going to be able to punch this using a Harbor Freight set of punches. It could be extremely dangerous. I don't even like doing it with Jason's punch. In the end, there's the hole, and I'm in business, ready to make a ring. With the biggest die I got in the Jason's Works starter set, you can see the coin won't fit into it. I had to order a special die just for doing challenge coins. This thing is a monster. And even still, the coin just barely fits in it. I won't be using a lot of soft material for folding. I'll be using the stainless steel starting cone, and then a special tool will come into play a little bit later. After making the initial fold with the starting cone, it's time to break out the big dog. I have this giant stainless steel cone that I use. Look at the size of that thing. I won't make any references to what it could be used for, but trust me, it really works great for doing this. Just remember to be careful, move slow, and understand that there are a lot of forces at play here. We've got a coin that doesn't want to bend, we've got stainless steel cones, we've got dies trying to hold everything together. A lot's happening here, and at the slightest sign of a problem, stop. I had to put an insert into my press to give some clearance underneath the die. You'll have to figure out what will work best for your setup. But this cone is so big, it's going to come out the bottom of the die, and you're going to have some room for it to go to. Here you can see just how far the cone is popping out the bottom. You're going to have somewhere for that to go. I've got this coin pretty much folded, but I still want to get a little more and protect the inside detail. So I will use a Deburring cone here. It doesn't have as much work to do as it did before, so it should be fine. By now, if you know anything about my videos, you should understand I am an advocate of annealing all the time. I don't show all the times I anneal in my videos, but trust me, I do it a lot. Again, anneal, anneal, and then when you're not sure, anneal some more. Now we're going to do something special. We need to get the cut edge open more. There's not a lot of really great ways to do this. I'll probably destroy the ring stretcher if I try and do it there. So we're going to do a different technique. Here you can see I've got the coin with the reeded side down on top of one of my dies. Then I have my big stainless steel cone going through the cut edge. What I'm shooting for here is I'm just trying to get the walls of the ring a little more perpendicular. So I really need to get the cut edge stretched out some more to make things a little bit more even. I think you can see here and understand why annealing and keeping the edge softened is going to be so important right here. I've got everything a little bit closer, and now I can bring the reeded edge of the coin in a little bit by putting the reeded edge down into a die and compressing it in the press. This will squeeze that down a little bit and get us a little bit more to the shape we're really looking for with the parallel side walls. You can see here, after a lot of work, we kind of have something that looks like a ring. It hasn't been easy to get here, but we do have something that looks like a really, really massive ring. Something like an ogre might wear. Once we have the ring somewhat shaped, we can use a little bit more of our standard techniques, like for reduction and increasing the size on a ring stretcher. It's not so bad once we have a ring shape. I'm far enough away from the target size that I need to reduce the entire thing, so I can force the ring down through the Swedish wrap a little bit, and that's what I'm going to do here. But instead of using a Deburring cone to push it down, I'm going to have to use the brass pushers, because there's just going to be too much force involved. You can see how dark the tape got. That means we had a lot of contact between the sides of the ring and the inside walls of the Swedish wrap die. Make sure you wrap your coin really, really well so you don't lose all your detail. Alright, we're super close, so we check the size, and we are just going to sneak up on it and make sure we get it right. Our size check said we were still a little bit too big, so I'm going to push it down through the Swedish wrap a little bit more to get closer to our final size. There's not a lot of finesse involved in doing a challenge coin ring. It's mostly muscles and brawn. You're going to need a nice strong press and nice strong tools. I'm still further than I thought I'd be, so I'm actually going to Swedish wrap this sucker right through the bottom of the die. Not only will that bring me closer to my final size, but it will square the walls back up again. And out it comes. Adjusting this ring on the ring stretcher is no easy feat because the ring is so thick and heavy. It's probably best to take it in little chunks at a time. Also, since making this video, I have finished rearranging everything, and my ring stretcher is bolted down, which would make a big difference. I was kind of in the middle of rearranging stuff, and so you can see I'm struggling with it as it flops around. Not ideal. I'll pop the sucker off the ring stretcher, put it on the sizing mandrel, and check for a finished size. Let's see what we got. If I'm happy with it, it's off to put a finish on it, package it, and send it to my customer. All right, here you have it. A coin ring made out of a challenge coin. All right, it just needs to go through the polishing phase. You can find that. I'll put a link to it down below in my comment box to see a video on polishing. And this ring is done. Challenge coins are really exactly that, a challenge. I guess that's probably where they got the name from. So, but they're doable. They're absolutely doable. They're gonna make a big ring, but they're doable. So, there you have it. Okay, this has been Paul from Fat Guy Productions. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you click subscribe and leave any comments or questions or anything that you want down below. And until next time, be good.